Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Gemini December 2, 2021. You must learn that you cannot get away with it every time. Put immaturity aside and accept your mistakes. Do not try to force the occurrence of certain events or situations artificially. Things will happen in due time and place. You will discover certain negative attitudes on the part of your partner today that will deserve an extensive dialogue. You will experience strong interdictions with one of your work peers today. Don't overdo it. You are a very intense, dedicated, and passionate person, always looking for perfection and giving your best. That makes you very competitive and that everyone knows and recognizes your achievements. You have a strong character and firm decisions. You have inventiveness, rigor too. So here you are, promised to do great things today. We will appreciate your ingenuity and your know-how. Take the opportunity to establish your power or to experiment with new things. You must enjoy life, in each of its facets. Remember that each moment is unique and you must learn to value it and get the best out of it. Go ahead with your projects because they will have excellent results. Today you must be very alert because you need to control someone's words that can be very important to you in many ways. Observing everything that happens around you will be essential to know what you should do. Your willingness for dialogue and the attitude with which you usually approach your social relationships will help you achieve your goals. Gemini, you may spend a Saturday day in which you will enjoy planning your professional life with friends or partners who know how to value your professional capacity. The energies are very intense and you will be involved in many activities at the same time. Of course, you are one of those people who manage to be in everything without being distracted. Your mind is agile and therefore you will be able to assume the burdens of so many different commitments. Don't be afraid if tiredness seems to take your will. It's a day when you might be tempted to take stock of your romantic relationship. You like blue, she likes red, your friends are different, she doesn't like going to the country when you are a fan of weekends in the green, etc. All these incompatibilities work on you and you sometimes wonder about the future of this relationship. But these differences are also an asset and the one that looks like you in every way would quickly get bored. Are you known for impulse buying and inability to limit your spending? We can only advise you not to set foot in a store today. Indeed, Mars in this aspect pushes you to spend even more easily than your usual. Even a phone call from your banker or a sermon from your mother could not dissuade you from buying this pretty trinket that sits in the window, and which you will not have to do when you get home. If your spendthrift attacks get really out of hand, take a few tickets with you in the morning and leave your bank card at home. The strength of your relationship with one of your friends will be tested. When faced with a charge against one of your relatives, you could be called a witness. If it turns out that his blame is true, don't indulge in gossip or judgment. Allow her to share her side of things. Your support and understanding ear will be greatly appreciated during this difficult time. In the end, the situation should be resolved without too much damage. For this Saturday, the stars alert the natives of Gemini of difficulties or pains that owe their origin to the bad postures that are adopted throughout the day. The use of the mobile phone forces you to have your eyes directed downwards for too many hours and therefore you face problems that can become chronic if you do not correct them in time. Seek help from a specialist before completely damaging your cervical joints. Calm the game. Slow down today and make a schedule. This day promises to be rather calm, which will help you to put your ideas in place. The wind may not be blowing in the direction you want, but you can use it to your advantage. The innuendo in the actions and thoughts of others will help you take stock. Eliminate the superfluous and focus on what is real and essential. You've got your back, literally. Abused at work, misunderstood in the family, your lower back will suffer. The presence of Venus in your sky makes you particularly sensitive to back problems. Start by adopting the right reflexes by not carrying heavy loads and avoiding bending over. Avoid practicing violent sports, prefer to put on a swimsuit to do a few lengths in the backstroke at the pool. And if you don't like water, consider yoga. The sun in the sign of Sagittarius sheds light on all matters relating to your emotional life and your reactions to your partner and romance. Perhaps you have been escaping from your true feeling for a while, covering up with many distractions what you really feel, and for this reason, when you look inward, you become more susceptible. If you are one of the natives of the sign of the twins who are in a couple, the moon in Taurus guarantees the power to look inward and touch your sensitivity without fear but with responsibility about your way of being with your love. You should not focus so much on what they tell you, but rather try to discover your feelings and emotions in front of that person who makes you fall in love. On the sentimental front, the harmony that reigns between Mars and Venus allows you to consider this day with serenity. Take this opportunity to refocus on your relationship or your personal desires if you are single. The only downside for natives in love, your entourage is getting involved a little too much in your private life, which could cause conflicts within your relationship. Do not listen to the outside too much. A couple is built in 2, not 3, 4, and even less 5. You will feel like things are going smoothly today. And this impression will reflect reality. You are entering a fairly promising phase that will allow you to significantly advance several projects at the same time, involving different partners. Do not hesitate to lead in your wake as of now the people with whom you would like to pursue these projects. All surf the same wave. You will see far and have daring plans. Do not hesitate to present them. Your ideas would have every chance of being accepted. You will be able to persuade your professional entourage. The outlook is quite favorable for your finances. You will succeed in solving many problems, in paying off your debts, by refraining from making other long-term commitments. Let this ground rest a little while waiting to see the turn that stock market activities will take. A word of advice: reduce your daily menu expenses, which will eventually reach impressive numbers. What could a woman of the sign of Gemini answer us if we asked her what, in her opinion, are the major weaknesses of the current man? If you had to define a solutions program, would you feel capable of it? It is a real Chinese puzzle that you will know about this day placed under the sign of reflection. Many philosophers and religious have tried it.